Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hamna from the KSA, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Go ahead. Go ahead, ya Hamna.
Sheikh, I have 3 questions.
Naam.
My first one is, I have few leftover fast from the previous Ramadan.
Naam.
And because I've been told not to fast after the 15th of Sha'ban, can I keep my leftover fast now?
How many days?
Sorry?
How many days left over?
3 to 4 days.
Go ahead and make them up soon before the beginning of the following Ramadan. Lest you will be required to give a fidya as well. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Next question, please.
Second question is, we learned that we can perform umrah and give sadaqah for the loved ones who passed away. And can food be given instead? Like, can food be given as sadaqah al-jariyah?
Okay. Next question, please.
My third question, Sheikh, is can women visit the graveyards, the qabristans?
Qabristan, okay. Okay, thank you, Hamna, got it. Now, as far as the hadith which states that whenever it is the middle of Ramadan, of Sha'ban, we should cease fasting, this hadith is specifically for those who did not have the tradition or the habit of fasting, voluntary fasting before the middle of Sha'ban. Yani somebody was negligent of voluntary fasting throughout the year, then he heard the Shaykh was saying that the Prophet ﷺ used to fast very often in Sha'ban and so on. What is today? The 23rd of Sha'ban. Okay, let me fast. No, thank you. It's over. It's over. Don't burden yourself. But a person who have the habit of fasting before the middle of Sha'ban, whether throughout the year or since the beginning of Sha'ban or since Rajab, he may resume fasting even if you want to fast on every single day until a couple days before the beginning of Ramadan, in order to distinguish the nafl from the fard. Okay? In the sound hadith of Salama and also al-Mu'mineen, Aisha, may Allah be pleased with them, and many hadith, that the Prophet ﷺ never fasted in any month more than that he observed fasting during the month of Sha'ban. I mean the voluntary fasting. To the extent that some of the companions used to think that he would fast the whole month. Of course, he never completed fasting on any month, the full month, other than the month of Ramadan. Again, in order to distinguish between the nafla and the fard, the voluntary and the obligatory. So now your fasting isn't a voluntary fasting. This is a mandatory fasting. You have to make up the missed days before the beginning of the following Ramadan. Since you're capable to do it, hurry. You only have 7 days or 6 days left, so do it as soon as possible. Fast, make up the 3 or the 4 days. Have nothing to do with the restriction of fasting after the middle of Sha'ban, because this is making up an obligatory fasting. Al-Jumhur, the vast majority of the fuqaha, based on the practice of the companions, are of the view that if anyone owed fasting from the previous Ramadan and did not do it without a concession or a valid excuse until the next Ramadan, then number one, he owes the same days that he has to make them up after Ramadan, of course, in addition to the fidya of feeding 1 miskin per each day because of being negligent for fasting before the next Ramadan or making up the missed days before the next Ramadan. Thank you, Sister Hamna.